But it was when the Illuminati first started coming after him. And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house.
So let me get this straight. Shannon Sharpe calls out Hollywood's untouchables, lines up an interview with Jaguar Wright, and boom, a sexual assault lawsuit drops out of nowhere? Nah, this ain't coincidence. This feels like a hit. And baby, Jaguar Wright got the receipts. Welcome to SnitchFiles, where the drama don't hide and neither do we. If it's shady, scandalous, or just flat out suspicious, we pull in the file and reading it out loud. Now today, we're not just talking about a lawsuit. We talking about a takedown. Because if what Jaguar Wright and Katt Williams been saying is true, Shannon Sharpe might be the next name on a long, dark list of black voices Hollywood been trying to erase. So pour your tea, silence your phone, and lean all the way in. This one, it goes deep. Let's start right here.
How about date your age. Well, I want to date my wage. I'm finna shut all this ish down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right there. Stay right.
Where y'all at? Hey, chat, where they at?
Hold on. Cause you know I keep it on me now.
Yeah.
I keep it on me. You want to date your what?
I want to date my wage.
Shannon Sharpe had the culture in a chokehold. From Club Shay to viral sit-downs with Katt Williams and Monique, he was finally stepping into that big media bag, unfiltered, unapologetic, and a little too real for the room. And then came the heat. First it was whispers, then it was headlines. Now it's a full-blown character assassination. After that now legendary Katt Williams interview, where names like Oprah, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, and Kevin Hart got dragged like bad wigs, the industry flipped, calls got quiet, deals disappeared, and right on cue, Shannon Sharpe became a headline himself. Sexual assault, predator allegations, federal investigation rumors, all of it, back to back. Now here's the eerie part. Monique warned him. And Katt straight up told him, once you go after these folks, you're gonna need more than muscles to survive. Let's talk about Jaguar Wright. If you don't know Jaguar, she's the industry whistleblower your favorite artist pray never gets a mic. She's been screaming into the void for years about Hollywood secrets, sexual abuse, shady label deals, all of it. And now, she says Shannon is being set up, same way they tried to silence Katt. She claims there's a coordinated campaign to destroy him, to erase him, discredit him, and bankrupt him. And allegedly, it's bigger than social media. She's using words like ordered hit. Now Jaguar don't say things lightly. She says Shannon was about to have her on Club Shay. An interview was in the works, the kind of interview that would have cracked open the whole industry. But guess what? That interview never happened, because right before it could go down, boom, Gabriella drops her lawsuit. Now tell me that don't smell like timing. Tell me that don't feel engineered.
We met in actually the press room at the Broncos, April of 2002. And we dated until the 2010 incident.
Let's pause right here. If Shannon was about to give Jaguar Wright a real platform, and Jaguar been threatening to name names for years, do you think that lawsuit just happened to drop? Or was it a well-timed shot to keep mouths shut? Drop it in the comments. I really want to know what y'all think. So here's where it goes next. Gabriella, the 19-year-old OnlyFans model, files a suit, alleges Shannon offered her $10 million in hush money, says he forced himself on her, not once, but twice. And then, out of nowhere, another name pops up, Michelle. Michelle is a former girlfriend from way back in 2010. She says Shannon did the same thing to her.
And then it came to an abrupt end because I wanted, we were arguing and he was threatening me and stuff like that after, but I didn't see him again after he me.
But worse, Michelle says after an argument, Shannon forced himself on her. She didn't go public, didn't press charges. Why? Because she says she was threatened. Not just her child's life was put at risk. That's not just a bad breakup. That's a cover-up. If a woman says she didn't go to the police because she was scared her kid would get hurt, would you still call it just a story? Or is that exactly how silence gets bought? Let me know. Comments are open and we reading all of it. And this ain't just about legal trouble. This is the slow, intentional destruction of a brand. Podcast deals, gone. Spotify's quiet. Apple pulling back. Sponsors ghosted him. People who used to beg to be on Club Shay. Now they act like they don't know the man.
So I had said no. And I said no, even though I was thinking that. And so it was the hardest. Yeah, this is too hard.
Jaguar says this is what the industry does. They blackball you slowly. They don't cancel you overnight. They let you spiral until you ain't profitable anymore. Then they toss you. And the scariest part, this might not just be about Hollywood. Jaguar says the NFL is still in the picture. And she name-dropped somebody we all know. Jay-Z, yes. Sean Carter, allegedly still playing chess behind the scenes when it comes to controlling black voices in the media. And if you don't play along, they play you out. Ask Colin Kaepernick. Ask Monique. Ask Katt. Real question. If someone offered you $10 million to disappear and shut up, would you take the money, or would you risk everything and expose the truth? Drop it in the comments. No judgment, just curiosity. Now let's not pretend Shannon is spotless. Jaguar and a few others pointed out the obvious. This is a grown man, damn near 60, messing around with girls barely legal, 19, 20, fresh out of high school. She called it what it is, predatory, not he made a mistake, not she knew what she was doing, predatory. Because when your idea of dating is scrolling through the graduating class, you're not looking for love, you're looking for control, and eventually, that control slips. So where's Shannon now? He's alone, his name is in the mud, his future deals dried up.
With a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan
There
Majors.
you go. Think I'm old, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women.
And Jaguar says it's not even close to over. She says they came for her, says they came for Katt, and now they coming for Shannon. She calls it a pattern, a long-standing strategy to silence black voices when they get too powerful or too truthful, and the playbook don't change. See, when a man like Shannon Sharpe falls, it's never just about one lawsuit. It's about legacy collapse. He went from NFL greatness to household name to viral voice of the culture, and now he's a headline, a punchline, and maybe a warning sign. Remember that moment during the Katt interview when Shannon gasped, when Katt started dropping names and Shannon got real quiet? He knew. He laughed, but it wasn't from the gut. It was nerves. It was recognition, because deep down, he saw it coming. And look around now. Who's defending him? Where's the Stephen A? Where's the athletes that used to dap him up? Where's the podcast fam? Gone. That's how they do it. They don't take you down with one strike. They let you rot.
But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit down in 2 weekends.
Alone, unprotected, unprofitable. Then they move on. And even if Shannon did cross a few lines, and let's be real, the age stuff is sus, that don't mean we stop asking questions. Why now? Why is it like this? Why always after someone steps outside the system? Let's go even deeper, because this ain't just about Shannon. It's about how easy it is to erase black men once they stop playing the game. 1 minute, the culture loves you. The next, the very machine that lifted you up is ripping you to shreds, publicly, loudly, and without mercy. And look at the pattern, it's always the same. Get too loud, say the wrong name, platform the wrong voice, and suddenly, everything you built, gone. They don't just take your money, they take your credibility. They drag your name so deep in the mud that even the truth can't clean it. And the scariest part, they don't need to prove anything. All they need is accusation. That's why this matters. Not because Shannon's innocent, not because he's guilty, but because of how fast a powerful black voice can be turned into a monster, while the real monsters stay in suits in boardrooms.
And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
I remember when I did Cam, I remember getting up and I turned back and I look at my Katt, and I look at my producer and he's shaking his head. I'm like, oh man, we done messed up. So I'm like, what did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say something? He like, this is gonna be the talk of 24.
No way.
I'm like, you think so? He's like, Shannon. And he's looking at me just like I'm looking at you, Cam. He's like, Shannon.
So before you cancel him, before you forget what he was to the culture, ask yourself, who benefits from his silence? And who's next on the list? We can't keep falling for the surface story. We gotta read deeper. Not everything messy is the truth, but not everything true is clean. And if they can do this to Shannon, who they coming for next? That's the question. If you still rocking with us after all that, you already know this ain't the end of the saga. Jaguar says more receipts are coming. Matey's saying new victims might speak up. And SnitchFiles? We gonna stay on it till the whole damn truth comes out. So go ahead, drop your thoughts. Is Shannon Sharpe being taken down? Or is this the mask finally slipping? Is it karma or conspiracy? This is SnitchFiles, baby. We don't chase the truth. We expose it.